Well, hey gang, it's Daryl Davis coming here to talk about designing a life worth smiling about. So I want to talk to you about you being outrageous today. See, I was going through my book, How to Design a Life Worth Smiling About, and there was a story in there that I forgot about. It jumped out. I want to share it with you. Actually, I want to share two stories with you. First one is I was in the pizzeria with my son and his friend Chuck. This was a couple of years ago. They were about 15 years old at the time. This mother comes in with this little girl, and the little girl is like dancing at the counter, just having a grand old time. So I look at my son and his friend Chuck, and I said, just look at that. Look at how that girl is just having fun and just playing full out. And Chuck said something very profound I'll never forget. That's why I put it in the book. He said, well, I think the reason why she's being that way is because she hasn't learned embarrassment yet. That is so profound. See, as a child, the child has not learned about embarrassment yet. So she plays full out. Today, I was reminded about this story too. Today when I was in church, and I'll give you a little background. Some of you know I'm Roman Catholic, which means I'm a practicing Catholic, which means I go to church every Sunday. And I'm also a Eucharistic minister, believe it or not. That means I'm ordained to give out the body of Christ and the blood of Christ. Now, this is all relevant. Hang on. So, if you've ever been to a Catholic Mass, you know it's very deep and significant, and we're very solemn, and we've got to be reverent, and all this wonderful thing. And so I am there giving out the wine, which represents the blood of Christ. I mean, this is very significant and important. And so I'm there being that, and this mother comes up to me to receive the blood of Christ and drink the chalice, and she's holding a boy. So as she's taking her swig, I look at the little boy and I kind of give him a little wave. Well, the boy, and then he does this. Now, you have to understand, this is a Catholic Mass. We're supposed to be quiet and significant and all that stuff. I don't know what to do. I don't want to ignore this kid. I don't want to damage him. He's engaging with me. So I start talking to him. I said, is that how old you are? And he said, yes. And then I said, oh, that's cool. And then he gives me a bump. The 4-year-old kid gives me a bump right here in the middle of Mass. And so the mother and the boy leave. Now I'm finishing my duties as a Eucharistic man, and I'm smiling from ear to ear, just like I am now. And I thought to myself, this kid does not know he's supposed to be reverent and quiet and significant and deep and all this. This kid, he hasn't learned that stuff yet. He's just playing full out. So I come back to the studio to record this video for you because I think as adults sometimes with the fact that we've learned about what's appropriate, what's not, and what's important and significant, that it almost suppresses our self-expression, our joy, our outrageousness, our playing full out. So I'm going to challenge you today to be more like a child, to forget that you learned about looking good and being embarrassed and all that stuff. Is to put yourself out there a little bit more. Be a little bit more outrageous. Dance in the pizzeria. Engage with people. Get in touch with your inner child. And if you start to feel embarrassed, like you have a thought to do something that's a little outrageous, and you have a thought, oh, that might be embarrassing, push past that, because I'll tell you something. You do things just when you think you might be embarrassed, that you're not sure if it's appropriate, but if you do it anyway, you're going to smile a lot that day. Why? Because you push past the thing that's holding you back from being self-expressed in your life. Anyway, I hope this helped you. Have a wonderful day, and of course, don't forget to keep smiling.